I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are.
Right there. And there's one right here.
Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving
Hey,
these.
look, gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying it right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. Welcome back to the channel, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there that's been tapping in with me. How you doing, mama? Man, you know, it's been cracking lately with the whole situation, right? With the usage of the N-word coming from, you know, MexicanOT. And first and foremost, shout out MexicanOT, right? Excuse me. Shout out MexicanOT. Hey, mama, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry. Look, they on my head. Like, why you slam the door hard? You know, I'm sorry about that, mama. You know, it's okay. I'm sorry. But you know, I know I had to come get my medicine. Gotta get my medicine all day. Oh man, my fault real quick. You already know the gravitation. You feel me? Gotta get the gravitation before we even do the operation. Excuse me, not the operation, but the observation. You clocking out?
Yeah.
No, overtime. Overtime today. We got to. I'll mess with you, mama. Have a good one, mama. Yes. But so first of all, shout out MexicanOT, right? Real talk. Been rocking with his music, been vibing with him. And he was on Angela Yee, you feel me, podcast. And he was talking about the usage of the N-word. Well, first of all, it was a question that was brought up to him. It's not like he started talking about the situation at first. You know, it was a question and he answered it. Now, mind you, initially, bro, when the question was being asked, I'm gonna be real, bro. In a sense, not so much was gonna, you know, come to his defense or defend, you know, the question. If you know, what was being asked, because it was pretty much saying, like, you know, like, as far as you, hey, cerveza time, what's up, my boy? How you doing? But it was pretty much, you know, asking the question about, you know, the usage of the N-word. And I think they were saying, I don't know if they was just saying as far as Hispanic rappers, or if they was just talking in general, just with, you know, just with the Latin community using the word. And before he can even get into it, right, and before he could even say what he had to say, because if you listen to his music, you already know he uses it a lot, you know, and there's a community, they do what they do out there. And that was the part, like I say, I was going to defend. But when he said, is it a black person in here? And when he pointed, hey, mama, how you doing? Give me a second, y'all. How's business today? Is good? Sunday fun day?
Stop.
Can I get tacos?
Okay.
My bad, y'all, my fault.
2 carnes. I can't remember that point.
All right. Can I have a bag, mommy?
Sí, one back. This one?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, mommy. You have a good one, okay?
Bye.
All right. Bless you. Yeah, but anyways, they pretty much, you know, like I said, in his community, you know, I understand that situation as far as MexicanOT, but when he said, is it a black person in here, right? And whoever was, I think, is it Cleopatra? I believe that's her name, because it's starting to come back to me. You know, she was like, yeah, we got one in here. Or maybe it might have been Angela Lee when she was like, yeah, it's one in here, right? So when they said that, he was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm gonna use him as an example, right? This is the first thing he says. What the hell are you gonna do about it? Excuse me? What the hell you gonna do about it? Like, because to me now, like I said, now I feel like it's past the usage of the word. Now it's like, now you kind of like, you questioning that individual blackness. You know what I'm saying? Or where he stand as a man. Like, what you gonna do about it? That's how I'm looking at that situation, bro. When we say stuff like that, when we pull up in people's area, or if we walk up, or whatever we doing, no matter what, I'm not even talking about no street activities, none of that. I'm just talking about just being, just the human race, just in general, bro. When we say, bro, what you gonna do about it? When we say that, bro, you can't tell me that, hey, oh, I didn't mean it like that. No, you did mean it like that. When you say, what you gonna do about it? That's basically saying, bro, I could do whatever. I don't care if it might be offensive or if it's not offensive. It doesn't matter to me. What you gonna do about it? Because I feel like I got the pass to do what I want to do. Now, mind you, earlier in this video, when I said, like, I was like, bro, when I was in a situation where I felt like, bro, I was going to, not really so much defend in a sense, but just understand where he was coming from, because in my section, in my neighborhood, right, bro, we have situations like that, and we have certain individuals that's not black, but that's from our section, that use the word. I can admit that. And by them being around and growing up with them, I'm gonna be real, it didn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, right? You feel me? But that's just me. I remember my pops checked me one time, right? I remember my pops checked me one time about the usage of a word with one of our little homies using the word. And my pops was like, bro, now we don't get down like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, bro. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, they from the the landscape. What do you mean? And he was comparing how, yeah, that's cool that they're from the landscape, but our Hispanics, our Mexicans during our era, they didn't use that word. Even though they was down with the hood, they was repping the hood, they didn't use that word, regardless. And they grew up with us. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know outsiders know, actually being inside of our, inside of the architecture. So it was a difference and a disconnect in that sense. And, I was fighting once again. I'm like, nah, Pa, we ain't looking at that. Times change. It's different. And he like, all right, okay. Now, mind you, I was younger when I was saying this, right? Now that I'm older and I know my history a little bit more, you feel me? A little bit more. I'm starting to dive in a little bit. Like, I could tell that's where my direction is going, Like, really understand what's going on before I even talk about anything. So, now even looking at that situation with my pops, I see where he's coming from. Like, bro, it doesn't matter if you're cool with the situation, right? It's still offensive because, in a sense, bro, even some black people don't even want to hear other blacks saying that word. Let's just be real, bro. Saying that word, let's just be real. So, MexicanOT saying, bro, what are you going to do about it? You done got a little bit too comfortable with your scene. You done got a little bit too comfortable with your surroundings. And that's cool because, like I said, it's okay to feel like that around your people, but understand, if you have respect, I'm talking to MexicanOT, if you have respect, you should know when you go outside your comfort zone, and you saying that, if somebody get offended, then you should know to bow down. It don't make you not no punk. And not so much bow down, but just respect it enough to be like, oh, my fault. My bad. Okay, let me not use that. See, I think people don't understand, bro. I think people, yeah, they don't understand that, bro. If somebody telling, it's like cursing, right? It's like foul language, inappropriate. We know when to curse and when not to curse. I know me growing up, bro, I didn't cuss around my parents. I still don't to this day. You feel me? Unless I might on an accident, and I still, no matter what, I always say, excuse my language. Even if I'm mad, even if I'm going off. Rest in peace to my mother. She's no longer here with us, But even my father, to this day, if I'm talking to my father, whether we're mad or we having a disagreement, excuse my language, I'm sorry. No matter what. Well, my mom had always been the same, never cursed, and they always admired that about me. Like, man, you a grown man, and you still, because I didn't come up like that. The reason why I bring that up is like, hey, bro, You can curse, you can do all that, but it's a time and place for that. So you using the word, right? You using the word. Understand that it comes with repercussions with the situation, with that situation. By you using that, you know, with some consequences. So if you willing to get down for that, that's cool. But where I feel a disrespect come in at, it's like, you're not going to stop me for using that when that's total BS. Because it's like, bro, people really have died over that word. Families has really got taken over that word. Yeah, times has changed. We understand that. We all trying to be cool. You know, hey. But at the same time, bro, if somebody feel offended of that situation, you should be man enough and be like, hey, excuse me, I don't mean it like that, my bad. But check this out. You know what I'm saying? I'll refrain from using that, or I would just exclude myself out the situation. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. It's nothing wrong with doing that. It's nothing wrong with doing that. Real talk. It's nothing wrong with doing that. How the way you made it seem like, bro, I can do it whatever I want to do, bro. I grew up with them. They me, I'm them. Nah, bro, we not the same. Let's just be real. And I'm not trying to say we might face, you know, some of the same trials and tribulations, but, bro, it's not the same. Because we don't walk around calling each other wetbacks, paisas, betes. We don't do that, bro. We don't do that. Amigo, hey, amigo. Imagine all black people. No, bro, we don't do that. And even if, because somebody tried to make a comparison, I forgot who I was watching, but even if you try to say, well, imagine a black person growing up in the Mexican community, okay, and it's been done. It's been done. will.i.am is my prime example, bro. It's been done. He don't go around calling everybody no derogatory terms, like, bro, he in the Mexican community, and don't try to use a fool, like, seriously, come on, bro, a fool. Because there's ambiguity to that word, bro. And last time I checked, unless y'all could put me up on game, bro, that's not a derogatory term. That word, the N word, bro, carries so much hatred and so much death behind it. Let's just say that. Death behind it, bro, it's not no comparison. And Sauce Walker, like, damn, you really threw me off too. Like, damn, bro. And I get it, the TSF is the Texas thing, but you threw me off, like, even trying to compare. That's another video, bro. That's gonna be part 2, but because this is just mainly just on, you know, MexicanOT. Like, bro, you could have easily said, just in general, like, hey, bro, it's no disrespect. Like I said, it's not gonna make you look like no less of a punk, no man, none of that, bro. It's not gonna make you like, oh, okay, excuse me. Hey, but the cast that I'm around, bro, it's all cool. It slipped out. Okay, I understand. Because I get it. Like I said, I don't have certain individuals I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem. But just because the homie from the set say that don't mean that the average person around the corner that we see at the mall or wherever can be able to say that. No, I'm going to have a problem with that. I'm going to have a problem. I don't know you. I didn't grow up with you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know your intentions. And that's where I thought MexicanOT was going to go with in that situation. But no, he totally flipped the script when he said that, is it a black person? It's like, damn, now you questioning, like, bro, now you challenging. It's a black person here? Okay. What you going to do about it? Bro, imagine how that shit sounds, bro. Imagine that. It's no way you could say, oh, no, I didn't mean, no. It sounds like you saying, nigga, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. All blacks. You can look at however you want to look at it, bro. You can't tell me another way how I'm supposed to interpret that. There's no way you can say that. There's no way. Yeah, I'm probably leave that alone. But I got part 2 coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got part 2 coming up. But I'm gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comments below how y'all feel about this situation, because like I said, man, as y'all can see, I'm still kind of like a little sick. I'm still trying to get better, but come on, bro. Like, you feel me? And then, like I say, Sauce Walker part 2 finna come up, though. But gravitation with the observation, I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong. Oh, this the last thing. I knew it was something, bro. My thing is, bro, you know, I've been saying this, we the most influential, because my thing is, why would you even want to say it? You know what I'm saying? Why would you even want to say it? If you know the history behind it, why would you even want to say it? I don't care who you grew up with. That's not an excuse. And shout out to baby girl. I don't know her name, but she just did street television with Munchie B and Alex Alonso. And she pretty much, I'm on her side. I hate to say it, but she pretty much was, I'm on her side. It seemed like they were trying to defend the usage of the word, and she was letting them know what the situation is. But Gravity, y'all let me know below. Grav.